Hallmark Cinematic Universe, I guess.
Dom said, "Oh shit," and I'm just sitting here waiting. I want to know.
Maybe it's a person, Huh? No, the oh shit was to Todd doing a double feature.
No, Todd hasn't won privileges for that yet. He's got to earn it.
But you're saying that it is possible to earn these privileges.
Might be. We'll see. We haven't gotten there yet. Mike, what I was going to say earlier, and then I didn't, and now I'm going to say it now, is I'm not going to lie. I've been thinking about that Sonic 3 movie quite a bit.
It's so good. Are you thinking bad things about it?
No, it's pretty good. Yeah. It's just enjoyable. Like, it's not like a perfect movie or anything, but I had a good time with it. Like,
oh man, yeah. 100%.
I hate to put myself on blast as like saying something nice about Sonic, but I'm gonna give it flowers where it deserved it. I liked it like more than I anticipated, especially after the night that we saw it. Mike and I, because I had not seen Sonic 2 yet, Mike and I went to my house and watched Sonic 2, and then we went to the movie theater to watch Sonic 3. Sonic 2, I think, is really not good. It was really not great, I thought. Like, way worse than the first movie.
I agree.
So I think, going into Sonic 3 aggressively like, oh man, this movie might not be great if it's going to be more of whatever that was, and thankfully it was not.
I mean, Jim Carrey carries that movie on his back, I think, personally.
See, I disagree. I think,
like you were saying, you didn't like the dance scene. I fucking love the dance scene.
The dance scene is terrible. I don't know what you're.
It's so good. About. I haven't heard a single person say a bad thing about. You're the only person I've seen like
Mike?
Not like the dance.
I've seen other people complain about the dance scene.
Oh, really?
My problem with the dance scene is purely like adult brain logistics more than anything else. I don't have a problem with them dancing. I have a problem of where they were dancing and like the explanation as to why they were dancing, sort of.
The movie had so many good moments and so many good comedic moments, and that was just a thing that went on for too long. And
I needed more.
I think each film needs a dance scene, or not needs.
Does it?
I think that's what they do.
Does it?
I think they do.
Yeah, what they do and needing it are not the same. Those do not.
I mean, listen, when Chemical Brothers came on, though, it was like you could have put anyone in a dance scene and that would have been like, that was awesome.
All right,
and that's fair.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Todd, because that scene was potentially one of the worst scenes in the movie. So
I was laughing. So I was like, I love it. I love the fact that Jim Carrey is just up there. If I can.
Listen, I love Jim Carrey, and I'm happy he's having a good time. That part was not like, you also liked the end fight scene, and I don't. I think that Jim Carrey, I don't want to spoil the movie, but like the never mind. What are we doing? We can't do this.
Yeah,
we'll do a spoiler cast next week.
Maybe. Do I need to cut that out? Did I just spoil something by saying that?
I don't even know what you were going to say, to be honest with you.
It took me a while to figure out what you were about to say and why you said like, "Oh, I don't want to spoil it."
Yeah,
so
Okay. Well, sorry if you're listening to.
I think it just clicked with me.
Yeah,
but like, I don't think people get it.
Yeah.
The part when
Nope, we're done. Nope, no more Sonic talk.
When they prayed and Jesus came.
Oh yeah, that part with the. I didn't see the film, so I can't really spoil it.
Yeah, have fun with it.
Anyways. We got a great show for
part with Biggs the Cat.
I wish. Would have been a fucking perfect movie. But also maybe he does show up, because I'm not. Who's to say, right, Mike? Who's to say?
They went fishing.
They did go fishing in this movie. So who's to say?
If Big the Cat doesn't show up and they went fishing, then there's some problems with this movie.
We had a great show for you tonight that has nothing to do with Sonic from this point forward. Welcome everyone to the Passing Troll Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we talk about Sonic the Hedgehog too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself. Some might call him Martini Mike. I call him a friend. I don't know what just happened. Michael Desir, Mike, how are you doing tonight?
I knew when that sentence started that you were going to panic and not have a follow through.
No, so here's the thing. Earlier when I was driving, I had to drive Jen somewhere. So on the drive back, my brain just goes places. And I did come up with what I thought was a very funny new intro for you, and it just left my brain. So you're a friend tonight. Sorry. Also joining us tonight is, I don't know, whatever the fuck we call Todd, the guy that plays Cyberpunk 75 times a year, Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing tonight?
Good. I'm just excited that we made that part of the deal that we have to play Cyberpunk next year now.
Oh,
Whoever came in last place.
Oh.
Whoever came in last place, that was part of the deal.
Okay, all right. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna sandbag the rest of this.
And rounding us out tonight, of course, is the Disney Daddy himself. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. He was the champion last year of the scoreboard, and it is impossible for these two knuckleheads to catch up to him. So he will be the back-to-back champion.
No, I thought you were gonna throw in a question that I could go all how many points do I have?
Yeah, and didn't one of us get 100 asterisk points for some reason last week?
Oh, shit, you're right. I forgot all about that. Yeah, I don't have the calculations in front of me, but I don't think it's physically possible. We could do another game show episode tonight, and it's not possible. Dom,
I would argue that another game show episode would be preferable to what we're actually going to do.
Honestly, I thought about it. I thought about do we make this a 10-minute episode and then move on? But no,
I have a lot to say about this.
Oh boy,
it's kind of wild that you guys don't.
We'll get there.
I'm excited.
We'll get there. The Disney Daddy, Dom, for you. Dom, how are you doing tonight?
I'm here.
Love to hear it. We got a great show for you tonight, as we've sort of winked at if you're watching live or didn't look at the title of this episode. This is the final PTC Movie Club for the year. It is my December pick for Hot Frosty. So we are going to talk about Hot Frosty, and if you don't want that movie spoiled for you for some reason, you got to turn this one off. You got to hit pause.
I would like to reiterate that Brenden said this was his pick.
It's my turn to go. I'm not gonna lie about that. But if you roll the tape back, they did pick the one of four choices. But yes, it is my pick. Unfortunately, Hot Frosty. I think arguably, potentially, maybe not the actual bottom of the board of picks throughout the time we've done this, but
it might be. It might be worse than everything that I picked the year that I was picking bad movies.
This isn't even our bottom 10 picks of all time. Easily, you guys are insane.
I can't wait to hear.
I can't wait to hear
Todd's playing a game right now. He's not being serious. There's not a chance he's being serious.
All right.
Before we get to that, a couple of quick housekeeping things, and I guess what to expect if you're listening to us right now. Next week we will do our Game of the Year, Best of the Year stuff. So if you're looking to that, that'll be a January thing. So you can look forward to us talking about that stuff next week and kind of setting the tone and the mood for 2025 going forward. Some little changes we'll make. We'll re-roll the Movie Club rotation probably, or maybe we'll re-roll that tonight. We'll see how tonight's episode goes. If we have time at the end, we might re-roll the rotation for next year and see who's going first in January this time around. But yeah, I feel like I had something else to say and then I forgot. This episode, of course, sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty for in the Salem, Massachusetts, or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening. You want yourself something hot, sweet, fresh, tasty out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what a fatty is, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and educate yourself on these tasty, tasty treats. I feel like there was something else I wanted to housekeep, but it is what it is. We're just going to roll right into it. So, like I said, we're going to talk about the Hot Frosty Netflix movie. So if you don't want to hear that conversation, now is your chance to bow out. Budget. I tried to find it. I could not find it.
I don't think we would be able to do a
well, we wouldn't be able to do box office, anyways. But I was curious just in general what the budget was.
Shit.
It's going to be pretty low.
So I don't know. I don't want to jump ahead here, but I will say maybe whatever budget they had, the scene where he turns from a snowman into a man.
Spoiler alert.
The transformation and snow swirls. I was like, I looked at Jenna. I was like, why is this such good CGI for this? They did not need to do this for whatever this is right now. It was
that was the only CGI
that was the end.
ever used.
But it was really good. It was very good.
They kept saying, "Wow, you're sweating a lot," and it was like, I can't even see that his shirt's wet. They just kept telling me that he was belting.
We can do our Rotten Tomatoes bullshit though. So, what are we thinking? If you haven't looked it up, Mike, what are you thinking on Rot Top?
Oh boy. You see, coming into this, I thought for certain that we were all kind of on the same page, but with Todd out here really going to bat.
Todd might be throwing us off though.
Yeah, he's
Todd might be
doing it on
throwing us
purpose. He's hoping that
But
this is 4 points.
I have to consider that more people like this than I would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Critic would still be pretty low. I'm going to give Critic 55, audience 68.
Okay. Todd, what are you thinking?
Critic, I'm going to do 93. No. Let's get
Critic,
Critic, I'll do 80. Audience, I'll do, what did Mike say?
I said 68.
I'll go 58.
58.
You think that this is a critically acclaimed film that the audience hated?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Dumb.
I'm going to go 50-50.
50-50.
Honestly, that's solid. That is actually just a good guess.
So, Dom, you are the closest for audience reception. You went 50. It is a 53. Todd was not far off. 58. Mike said 55. You said 50. Todd said 80. Who do we think is the closest for critic?
I hope it's me.
Yeah, it should be dumb.
It is not. It is Todd. It is sitting at a 76 tomato meter right now.
That's fucking
way too high.
Told you guys are sleeping on this film. This is cinema.
Listen, when Todd's right, he's right.
Fucking cinema.
Just in comparison, before while we were talking about it, I looked up Sonic. Sonic is like a 59.
Which one?
Yeah, the first
OG?
one. The first Sonic.
Third.
Oh, the third.
No,
the third one.
No, the third's like an 86.
I don't think so. I think the third one has bad Rotten Tomato. I looked it up too.
No, it's high. Sonic 3?
I could have sworn
I'm pretty
third
sure it's
one was
bad.
like,
It's the highest reviewed one out of all of them, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
To be fair, I was looking at Metacritic.
Oh,
so.
wow. This is way different then. I think I looked earlier and it was not that. It has an 88.97. I don't think it was like that when the reviews were first coming out.
Is that 87?
Maybe I did look at the first movie by accident. Whatever.
The first movie I know is rated lower. I think the first two are rated.
Metacritic is a 59.
Or
Okay.
maybe I looked at Metacritic for
Metacritic.
some reason. That's possible that I looked at Metacritic by accident. Critic consensus. Knowingly goofy with its steamy twist on the magic of Christmas, Hot Frosty is an affable rom-com that ought to thaw the hearts of even the most skeptical viewers. Let me tell you, still got a rock-hard ice-cold box in here.
I don't like the way you phrased that.
Is ice not...
No, I didn't like the rock hard part.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll do it for the Rotten Tomatoes portion of this. So
That'll do it for the movie.
that'll do it. We have quickest episode in history.
I'm going to go get some ice cubes. I'll be right back.
Metacritic is a 50 for Hot Frosty.
Oh. So, off the top, Mike, how are you feeling overall about Hot Frosty?
So I watched it. I watched part of it today. I watched part of it a couple days ago. Out of the several movies I watched this week alone, it was the worst of the four. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. Just it was not for me.
Are you a rom-com guy in general?
I'm
Mike?
gonna bring this up right now. Who
Do
is
it.
this movie for?
Yes.
God, did you really like this movie?
I still feel like he's joking.
No, I don't watch rom-coms, so like you put me in front of a rom-com and like me and Amanda were just laughing at how like bad it was, I guess. So like it was kind of enjoyable, and we don't ever watch stuff like this together. Like she only watches what I want to watch, and I guarantee she would probably like to watch stuff like this once in a while. But the funniest thing about it was Amanda was so mad at this movie because she doesn't understand how the hot guy is hideous. Like she thinks he's like the ugliest dude ever, and like every time he's in clothes, he looks like this nerdy. It's like it made no sense to Amanda. Amanda was like, "This makes no sense." Like nothing whatsoever. She was legit so pissed. And poor Craig Robinson, the dude, like that. Is he desperate? Because like he just like that dude is just like the bad guy of the
time.
I'm not gonna
listen. First of all, I'm sure that they made probably okay money from Netflix to do this, like to do what this is. I don't want to. Dom, how did you feel about this movie overall?
I felt cold.
Okay, I like that.
I was cold on this film.
Okay, I like that. Todd, what about you? Overall, yeah,
it's a bad movie, but I enjoyed my time with it.
Okay, all right. I can respect that.
Yeah.
The difference with this, then I think, and this is speaking on like not watching Hallmark movies, but just knowing of their plots and existence, is that this at least seemed to like not take itself seriously in that way. It's like, hey, like we're kind of making fun of this type of thing, but not like too on the nose.
I had problems with it because there were times where I thought like, yes, this is making fun of like the genre and like it's making fun of itself. And then there were times where I was like, is it though?
See,
is it just like...
I think that's the thing. I think that's why there are fans of it, because I think it's making fun of it without like punching down at it. Like it's just kind of like existing within the genre while also poking fun at the genre, if that makes sense.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
What's cancer?
I mean, that is a quote
for him
from the movie.
to go through the stuff in the basement, and I'm like, oh, he's learning about these things. He's not equipped to go. To go ask that question.
Yeah, not who's Paul. Not like what happened to Paul. Where's Paul? Cancer.
Listen, there's a lot of questionable things that he says and does throughout this movie, but we have not gotten there yet. I will say, like I alluded to, I can't remember if we were recording it or not, but I'll say it again here. I think I possibly picked the worst movie we've ever done for the movie club. It was not good. I think that, and I hate to put myself in this bucket because I am not the target audience for Hallmark movies. Jen and I make fun of Hallmark movies all the time.
I talked to some people that like Hallmark movies that watch this movie, and they did not like this movie
because they're making fun of them. Because they're making fun of them.
I don't know. But then we said that like it. I don't know.
So
I guess
the only reason why this was even like a consideration for me to pick was like, yeah, it's a holiday movie. I have December. I saw the trailer for it play on Netflix when we were watching something else after it was over, and I was like, okay, like it has Craig Robinson in it. It has Joe Trullo in it. The lead actress, Lacey Chabert.
I thought she was like
she was
okay in this though.
Yeah, she was fine. Yeah, I think she's fine. But she's in so many Hallmark movies, so like to me, that in my brain made me go, okay, this has got to be like more on the nose, like making fun of this stuff. If she's the one they're putting in it, and like it has other comedic actors, like it wasn't that for me. Like I was hoping to watch this and like it be a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more aware of itself and a little more jabby at the genre, and it wasn't really that.
It was very horny.
It was extremely horny, but I think, again, as someone, I don't know if I've ever watched a Hallmark movie. I'm assuming that they are.
Why is Craig Robinson always doing a piano skit in every fucking movie he's in?
He like
Billy Curley was just playing his character from every TV show that he's been on.
Yes. The other thing I meant to look up before we started recording, and then I didn't want to, I was like, you know what? I'm actually not going to put that much effort into the Hot Frosty research. But in general, because I just don't honestly know, are there, because the thing that makes this a little bit different than what I expect out of a Hallmark movie, like every year Jen rewatches Gilmore Girls, and it's not on, it's just on Netflix now, but it used to be on whatever channel it was on, and they would play it through November, and it would be like a whole block on TV called The Gilmore the Merrier, and there would be like very specific commercial breaks where it was like old actors from the show like doing trivia and whatever. But then there would be regular commercials in between, and there always happened to be this one stupid commercial for a Hallmark movie called like Christmas Chalet or some fucking bullshit. And every time the commercial came on, it was like the worst acting and the worst dialogue. And it was always like this guy going like, "Who let you into my chalet?" So like Jen and I will just say that to each other all the time. Or like if Navi comes like bursts into the room right now, I'd be like, "Who let you in the chalet?" As like whatever, just a stupid joke. I don't even know why I'm talking about. What was I trying to say? I don't remember.
Well, I think it's weird that you guys like Gilmore Girls but wouldn't like this movie.
I don't
like it's like the
Gilmore
same
Girls.
thing.
Shut the fuck up. But like I don't think I've ever watched a. Oh, okay, that's what I was saying. I was saying like I expect Hallmark movies to just be like cheesy romance things that are a lot of holiday ones exist. Are there a lot or any that have supernatural elements? Because that's like another differentiating aspect of that, like, or maybe it's not supernatural. Him becoming a.
I feel like there's a lot of ghost ones.
Okay, all right. So I get, yeah, they play around with like outside of like reality things. Okay, I wasn't sure if there were.
So the Lindsay Lohan thing from this movie was
Cinematic Universe.
last year's Netflix Christmas movie.
Okay. I was trying to explain to Brenden that there's a
or I
whole
think it was last year's,
cinematic
or 2 years ago. And then at one point she was like makes some reference to what am I, like the queen of like I don't even remember what
I meant to look that up.
was.
I meant to look that up.
Also one of Netflix's Christmas movies.
With Lindsay Lohan.
No.
Okay.
The other one. I think they've done it like the last like 3 years. So like
there's
they
a bunch
reference
on
to
there.
their old ones. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I kept on looking over at Amanda and being like, "Look, she's a restaurant manager just like you." Like nonstop the whole movie every time she was in a restaurant.
Is and this is another just general question before we get more into this movie that I'm nervous to talk about because
we stop breaking it down.
Talk about.
Falling for Christmas was the Lindsay Lohan one.
Sounds great. Sounds awesome.
Next pick.
Is Hallmark movie a genre, a subgenre, just a term we use to demean rom-coms, or is it like its own thing now?
It's his own thing, definitely.
I think you when we say Hallmark movie,
it's derogatory.
We're like, yes, because it's like defining a like small budget rom-com for TV.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the same way you can like a Lifetime original, or I feel like there are other things where you kind of get the vibe of.
Okay. Yeah.
This likely had a bigger budget than a like Lifetime or Hallmark movie.
Probably.
Well,
Netflix has money.
I think this probably has more recognizable actors and also that one bit of CGI.
Well, it's now making me think. Didn't Will Ferrell do a Hallmark movie at some point?
Yeah, him and Ryan Reynolds.
Was it good?
Again, you said Hallmark. That was on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Wait, it was on Netflix.
Which thing are we talking about?
I'm talking about not Spirited, not the Christmas movie.
Oh.
And I think that might be
you're thinking of the yes, he did a Hallmark.
He did a Hallmark original
with the girl from Kristen Wiig. They did like it was like more of like
that was Lifetime. They did a Lifetime.
Lifetime. I would prefer Lifetime in the same category.
Was it like a joke of the thing?
No, that one was interesting.
They played it serious.
They played it serious, and I think the idea was for them to make a legit Lifetime movie and not tell anybody that they were doing it. So you would basically be watching Lifetime, be like, "Wait a minute, is that Will Ferrell? Is that Kristen Wiig? Is this a joke?" And the entire thing is played serious. It's called A Deadly Adoption. If you're looking for it, I remember that offhand.
I'm not. I'm actually just seeing another one of Netflix's Christmas ones from 2021 that had Brooke Shields and Carrie Ells.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. What was the question or point we were trying to get at before this?
I don't fucking know.
Hallmark movies.
Hallmark
movies. Yes.
We can just move right into the film. So I think I was probably out of the four of us the more of a targeted audience for this because again, like I do like rom-coms, and I expected this movie to be something that it wasn't. Or more of that. Like, it was that, but like I was expecting it to be a little bit more of what I was hoping it would lean into. And it was like, it's all over the place. It was just not, I did not have a good time with the movie.
It was silly.
But it wasn't even like silly in like an enjoyable way. Like, I was not having a good time.
There were times where I literally laughed out loud at how ridiculous what I was watching.
I can't. There's something that we laughed really hard at, and I can't remember what the fuck it was.
Me and Mike were talking about this earlier, but the scene at the end where she runs in and is like, "I need to get the bail money," and like she's like, "I just don't have enough," and she's like something like, "He's gonna melt," and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, because he's a snowman."
Like, everyone knew.
Yeah.
Everyone in the town just knew that he was a snowman and just accepted it. Like,
yeah,
what is happening?
And then it goes a step further where her reaction is like, "Wait, you all knew?" And then the other girl's response is, "It's Christmas." Like, what?
Christmas, it must be magic. Like, we all know that one fucking snowman, that hot snowman that no one copped to making, by the way. Like, that was a competition, and no one's like, "Hey, where'd my fucking snowman go? Who's this guy?" They're like, "Yeah, and he's gone, and this guy's here, and he's like super helpful, so he must be a magic snowman."
I mean, it checks out.
I mean, listen, they were correct. I just feel like they did the math wrong.
Sometimes you stumble into... Listen, Mike, unless you have to show your work, sometimes you stumble into the correct answer.
They really should have shown their work more. But then again, Hope Springs, maybe it's just that kind of town.
This leads me to the other part that I had like not an issue with, because like the whole movie.
I want Alan Wake's next DLC to be Hope Springs. Hope Springs.
They're in the doctor's office and they're like talking about like, could he really be the snowman? And it's just like, I mean, easiest choice is that he's a snowman. Yeah, easiest choice is that he's a snowman. Not like there's just a bunch of coincidences adding up. No, easiest choice is he's the snowman.
It gets even worse too, because anytime you try to apply any logic to this movie, it's just you're not helping yourself. But in that same scene, the doctor says, "Or he can just come home with me." And then you find out at the end of the movie that she's married to some other guy in the fucking town. Like, what were you gonna do with this guy?
It took me so long to remember who she was. She was like
the wife. Yeah, she's the wife from
Kenny Powers. Yeah.
He's down and down.
Don't bite me.
That's hot Frosty, bro. Like, come on. Like, what is this? Yeah, there was also a brief period of time where I was trying to decide if the couple from like the
closing shop,
like they were in on it or something, or knew
if they were like
snowman.
witches.
Yeah,
if they were like witches.
Yeah, they had,
because like they gave her the scarf and there was like a like twinkling sound, and I was like, am I supposed to? Is this like? Am I supposed to know that they're magic? Like, what is this?
I guarantee you, other people in the town already knew they were magic. They're like, yeah, they're giving out magic clothing all the time. Because it's Christmas.
I probably should have been more proactive and actually wrote down every time Jen made an out loud audible reaction to this movie, because the few that I wrote down were when she walks up to put the scarf around the snowman, she just said, "Look at his stupid nipples." Because they were like very defined, like chiseled snowman nipples. When he starts turning into a real man, well, here comes his penis. And then before he finishes transitioning, imagine there was full frontal and hot Frosty.
I was concerned that might happen.
And then immediately after that, why does the scarf stick to his dong so much? Because clearly they don't want his like have nudity, but like he's like running around and like falling all over the place, and like the scarf is like glued just like the bottom of it to his fucking snow dong.
Also, kind of a dick move that couple gave her the scarf. They're like, "Hey, listen, take this scarf. It's gonna be a gift."
She just throws it on
something. Immediately is like, I'm gonna get this fucking snowman.
Yeah, right.
There's a scene much later in the film where I think it's at the dance, maybe, or before the dance. This is the last gen reaction that I wrote down. Actually, no, this is just, I don't know why it's in quotes. I'm just going to say it now anyway. He gives her some piece of jewelry or something. And he's
the glowing snowflake necklace that he didn't pay for.
So yes, he says it was really expensive. And she goes, "Stop it, I'm keeping it." And the whole time I'm like, he's spending your money. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
is the restaurant doing that well? She couldn't scrounge up $2,000 to get his bail, but they got tickets to Hawaii.
They couldn't spend money to fix her house.
They
She
didn't
was
need
living
to.
in shambles until he showed up.
Yeah, I don't know. How is he going to get a plane ticket? He doesn't even have a last name.
He does have a last name. They stopped him. He was going to say a last name. Craig Robinson stopped him from saying it.
Okay. He doesn't have any
I would like to go back. I would like to go back to the point.
He is credited as Jack Snowman. That is his name.
I would like to go back to the point where he's hanging dong in the park.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So he's like running around scrambling, and this old couple's walking their dog. And I laughed pretty hard when the lady was like, "No, you got to go find him," and just started booking it after the guy with his dong. And then later in the movie, Joe Latrulio is like, "Yeah, we got this picture from like Mr. Whatever," and she's like, "What? The wife couldn't help out with the picture?" And he's like, "No, we wanted a detailed description of his face."
Yeah,
that was a good line. That's a good line.
Yeah, that was a good line. It just goes to show you the women in that town, fucking horny.
Love
the snowman.
Love the snow, and they knew he was a snowman.
They knew he was a snowman. They just liked the dong.
When he's doing like roof work, and that one lady drives by and then crashes her fucking car, and he's like pushing it out, and it's like a faux sex scene, like behind the car. It's just, what is that?
She's not even in drive. Car. She's not even in drive. She's just revving the fucking engine.
And the funniest thing about that is, I thought she wanted to lure him back to her house so that like she could like go after him, and she just brings all her old lady friends there to be there. It's like, what is happening right now?
Watch this guy figure out how to fix a light.
Which, by the way,
that was right.
He hangs the light, unless I miscalculated it in the scene. I don't think he's on a ladder. He's just standing up. He hangs the light, and the light is hanging like down to his knees. Like he hung it very wrong, and they're all just like fawning over him. You should help the school kids. Also, the school makes no fucking sense because, yeah, let's just hire this dude with no last name, with no background, none of this stuff. Just be around the kids.
Yeah.
You have to do they had found out that he was the one that was streaking in the park before?
Yeah, I had to coach soccer. I had to go through like 6 reports just to fucking coach. This movie's I don't like it anymore. It's so ridiculous.
There was all we had to do was logic trap Todd.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, some sheriff that town has. If this guy's getting a job like that, what's he doing?
I will say, to jump to the very end of the movie, the best part of this movie is the credits where him and Joe Latrullo are playing piano. And the guys are blowing the snow, and they're just like fucking riffing or whatever. And then the camera pulls back more, and the guys with the snow machine are just like fucking just like doing ridiculous shit with the snow machine. That was the best part of the whole movie.
Every movie has to have an after credit scene at this point too.
I mean, it was just a credit scene. The credits were rolling like as it was going.
No, like there was like
we had to get
for the next one.
No, there wasn't.
Wait, are you serious? You didn't watch it? You had to wait till the very end of the credits.
We had to get the fucking bloopers. That's why we had to have a credit scene.
Yeah.
Because we had to see the bloopers.
Yeah, the bloopers are what make the movie.
There's a scene. At the very end, he melts and goes into a drain pipe, and then like they're like to be continued, and it's like shows him in like a sewer going into the water, like his water.
He's not a snowman at the end, Todd. You can't trick us.
Yeah,
he
turned
took his
into
scarf
a real
off.
boy.
He's not a snowman.
Remember, he got cold at the end. He's like, "Oh, I'm shivering. I'm cold." Like, "Oh, you're cold now."
Which I meant, like, again, I didn't want to put this much detective work into this, but was the scarf keeping him not being a snowman? Because
we don't want to get into this.
There are points in the movie where he doesn't have the scarf on.
Yeah,
No,
Mike brought up,
he always has
he
the
always
scarf.
has the scarf.
No,
on.
there's at least a few
He-
scenes where he doesn't have it
He
on.
ties it around his
No,
waist.
hands around the waist.
Oh, maybe that's why I didn't see it. Okay.
Yes, and you don't want to get into
See, Mike was staring at his groin, so that's why
you don't
he
want to
saw
get
it.
into me and Mike's theory about the scarf.
Hit me with it.
Yeah,
I need to know now.
What the fuck were we saying? Because
The scarf is an allegory for cancer.
no, I
Right.
texted Mike because like I was still watching the movie when I was texting Dom. I was like, wait a minute, is melting an allegory for cancer? Because like he was laying there dying. I thought they're gonna make it like some connection to like her watching her husband die of cancer before, and her scrounging the money together. I'm like, is this a commentary on our healthcare system? What is happening? But no, it was just like, I don't know. The one black kid in the entire like thing was related to the sheriff. I should have put that together.
Of course.
Way earlier. That's on me.
But yeah, he dies with the scarf, and then when she removes the scarf, he's able to live.
Yeah, I mean that might be.
No,
it
it was the kiss that brought him back to life.
We need to ask people of the town. They would figure it out immediately.
That's what it was.
I don't know.
Little,
He
with
was.
the
I don't
little
know.
information that we
He
have.
was dead, and she kissed him, and then he stood up and was like, "Whoa, back."
But
Whatever
she
her name
also
was.
took the scarf off of him.
So the scarf brought him to life. Are you suggesting that if they had taken it off immediately, he would have still been alive?
We don't know.
We don't know. I feel like at least with Frosty the Snowman, we saw like, hey, the hat brings him to life. You remove the hat,
He like turns into a regular snowman.
so then you have to put the hat back on again, and then
Yeah.
happy birthday and all that stuff. This movie, you're just supposed to buy that the scarf is keeping him alive.
And he has a very accelerated form of learning.
Yes. They should have put him on Twitter. He would have come out right wing super fast.
I hope he's just so dumb now that he's real, that he's like, he just can't do anything now.
He can't
He's
do
just
anything, yeah.
useless.
He doesn't have that like superhuman learning anymore.
No, he's just like, can't figure anything out anymore.
Yeah,
He's like her child now, basically.
That was a weird way for them to like, I don't know.
To make him like an actual person rather than a fucking dummy.
With like TV being the way to
like for him to like
I know how to
learn
fix
stuff
things
really
now.
fast.
I know how to make pizza. Oven
They had
bad.
to like fast track him to being the stereotypical like hometown guy in your Hallmark movie.
I did laugh at the post-it notes that said "hot."
On the oven.
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
I got a chuckle.
I got a chuckle. There's a scene where Craig Robinson and Joey Truller are in the police station, and he goes to get his sunglasses off his desk, and he spins a thing, and it's like a whole rack of the same sunglasses on his desk. It's like a big twisty tower, and I'm like, he had to have been like, well, I'm gonna put this like someone had to. I just assumed that like he was like, it would be funny if I had this little weird sunglasses thing with all the same sunglasses on it.
Go
ahead. Sorry, I had another thing on the sunglasses. The part where Joe Latrulio, like Craig Robinson, like makes a revelation and like nobody reacts, and Joe Latrulio's like hits him and goes, "Hey, boss," and he like puts the sunglasses on, and makes the revelation again.
Yes,
I thought that was funny too.
Yeah, it was good.
I thought the movie might have done a real swerve on me and would have hooked up the snowman and Joe's character when like he was like, yeah, you're a great looking dude, I like the way you cut your mustache and look how these things accentuate your lower chest. He's like, yeah, I was saying that this is what I think, and like they're dancing outside, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be pretty progressive.
No such luck.
No such luck. Wow, I think we've all turned around on this film. I think we all
I think this might be movie of the year.
I have not. I'm not like a hater on it, and if it's like a thing that you enjoy, like that's great. It's not offensive in that way. It's just
I just don't see like anything redeeming out of this film.
It's a major success for Netflix, this movie, which is crazy. I'm not joking either. It's like it was like almost set records for them, like for like.
And this was partially our fault.
No, when it came out
a whole
originally.
different thing that I don't understand. What is a success for Netflix at this point?
Streamings, total
Yeah, but
hours
what does that
streamed,
matter? What does the stream count matter? If
Yeah,
it's not new subscribers, what does it fucking matter? Like, are people buying Netflix to fucking watch Hot Frosty?
I don't think people are buying any of those things for just one thing anymore. I think it's just like people have it, so like let's get more eyes on exclusive content for your thing, so they're not watching other streaming. I don't know.
I
Because
don't
they go
know,
up
but
a
like,
dollar fucking every year, anyways.
Yeah,
Like,
but
Exactly,
once
but
they
like-
have the subscription, it doesn't fucking like if I never turn it on, it doesn't fucking matter. It's probably better for them
Yeah.
if I subscribe and don't turn on fucking
Yeah.
Netflix. It's one less person pulling off the server, right? Wouldn't that be more ideal?
I would think. I mean, without thinking about that much, that probably makes sense.
Ideal
'Cause, like,
scenario is you get as many people not using it as possible
Yes.
and forgetting about their subscription.
Yeah.
or though, like, Hot Frosty is a really goofy movie, and like it just got a lot of people talking about Netflix, and I think they want like the constant stream because Netflix has had a couple movies recently because Netflix is not known for their movies that usually come out for Netflix, even from the big name directors and stuff, usually don't do that well. And I feel like I can't remember. There's like 3 or 4 movies.
Again,
that
I
brought
do
recently.
not know what does well mean in this regard.
Yeah.
Like people are like lots of hype and people talking about it throughout social media and like people watching it. Like it's like
But I guess what does that actually do for them though?
Because people will sign up for that shit. Like if someone sees a stupid,
I'm sorry, I don't think anyone's signing up Netflix
Bro,
to watch Hot Frosty.
I think you're
I
underestimating.
don't think that
I
happens.
think you're underestimating the Hallmark Lifetime crowd. Like they eat this shit up. Like if they see something like this, they're like, I should buy Netflix, and then they find out that there's a bunch of other shitty movies like that on Netflix. They're fucking good for a while. I'm telling you, the Lifetime Hallmark crowd is like a massive, massive market. Why Hot Frosty saved Netflix? First article that comes up. Hot Frosty, the movie to carry Netflix to victory.
Written by Todd Gary.
Pass the controller.
I know it's an article on our own website.
Stuck it in there.
Who gave you the admin keys to the site? Now, without having seen the film, how much of this was stolen from the movie Mannequin?
Did you ever see
How much of it was stolen from
the Michael Keaton one, where he turns into a snowman?
Jack Frost?
Jack Frost. Yeah, it's
That was way
it's
different.
reverse. It's reversed Jack Frost.
No, that was way worse because Michael Keaton died at the beginning of the movie and he came back as a snowman.
That's what I'm saying. It's reverse Hot Frosty.
It's just
I was
it's
watching
just
a Muppet
Frosty
movie the other
Snowman.
day.
That's all it is.
I was watching one of the Muppet Christmas specials, and they reused the Jack Frost puppet. Jack Frost costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a puppet, wasn't it?
What people are saying on Google, is Hot Frosty meant to be this bad?
I mean, was that my Google search? Mike, am I missing something? Was it meant to be
I
this?
mean, like look at like when like a lot of like I mean I shouldn't this isn't like a great point but like when like a lot of like the art house A24 movies come out and I rave about them but then you look at the audience and they fucking hate them and then like I feel like it's like the same kind of fucking thing like they just got a fucking sleeper hit like an art house movie on their hands and
What?
get ready because we're about to see these cinematic.
You know how like the
I'm so
outgoing
confused by
Sony-
Todd loving this film.
Yeah, I
I
know
don't
the
understand.
outgoing.
Going to bat for this movie.
Well, listen, I want to tell you, like, so me and Amanda haven't been doing that well, and honestly, after watching this movie, she put a scarf on me, and like, honestly, things just fucking changed last night.
If Todd pulled a scarf out from underneath his fucking hoodie right now,
Oh,
my
that's
brain
shut
would
up,
fucking
goddammit.
explode. My brain
Damn
would
it,
have fucking
goddamn
exploded.
it. I don't think I own this scarf.
This review for Hot Frosty is titled "Hot Frosty. It's no snow job."
Oh, can we also talk about? All right, so she gets the scarf from the couple.
Because he used
She's
to be a
meant to
snowman.
wear. She's meant to wear the scarf. I thought about that for a good period of time. Did that guy used to be a snowman? Anyways, she's supposed to wear the scarf into town that night so she could like pick up some guy because apparently a scarf is what the guys in this town are looking for.
Listen, I like a lady. in a good
Anyways,
scarf. I like a-
Anyways, she goes and she puts the scarf on the snowman. And then we get a cut back at Lacey Charbert, like her face looking up at the snowman, and she is already wearing a scarf. She's wearing 2 scarves into town.
Yeah, but she
I don't
needed
know.
to-
That
she
also,
needed
I
a
also had a
handmade
problem with
red
that.
one. You know, it's cold out. They live in fucking Hope Springs. It's snowing everywhere. It's snow out the fucking wazoo.
What?
If you
Let's
really
see.
think
Do
about
you
it,
think
the
that's
snowman
it?
got groomed. He literally got groomed by the fucking people of that
That
town.
is true.
Listen, it's a
That is
weirdly creepy sexual vibe movie. Like there's a lot of like you could make the argument that Hope Springs is a group of cultists that like
Hornballs.
turn
Hornballs.
fucking snowmen into men and then turn them into little sex machines.
I'm upset that we are crafting this narrative that there's a dark undertone of Hope Springs because one day Netflix will make that movie and explicitly say like, no, you're right. And then I'll have to watch that movie to see how it plays out.
Wait, the guy from this is from Schitt's Creek?
Yes.
Is he good in Schitt's Creek?
Yeah, he's a good character.
Because he's like, I feel like he's a terrible actor. Like just based off of what he had
I
to
didn't
work
think he
with
was
in
bad.
it.
I actually didn't think the acting was that bad in this movie.
I didn't
I
either,
mean-
except for him.
I mean, to be fair, he was just supposed to be a snowman.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
He could have put more passion into it. I don't know.
His character traits were eating ice.
He essentially played a golden retriever. Like that's what he
Eating the ice eating off contest with Kurt Russell
It was pretty good. That was
Right.
one of the better scenes of the film.
I
What
like
is
how
he? What
at
is he?
some point,
No, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say at some point, I'm pretty sure Craig Robinson's character said something along the lines of like, crime doesn't take days off, something like that. I forget what it was, and then like literally, yeah, crime doesn't take holiday, and then immediately
And
at
then
the end of the film, he's like, "Hey, listen,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
putting him
close
in
tomorrow."
jail. I'm close tomorrow, so we'll pick him up later." I also kind of wanted him to die. Not Craig Robinson, the snowman. I want him to die just because he was Craig Robinson was so like jazzed.
I was kind of
No-
hoping he would be a puddle when they went in back inside.
It's like
Right, same.
nobody's been murdered in 100 years, or like no one's been murdered since I've been sheriff. I want someone to die on his watch specifically because of him. I thought that would have been funny. Carry on. You had something.
I was just gonna say I forget what it was, but he was eating something weird at the beginning at the diner. I forget what he was eating. Was he eating like fucking ketchup packets or something? He was eating something weird.
No, he's in jam. He was eating jam,
Yeah,
like
jam.
raspberry jam. Or, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the movie is fine.
I'm reading something right now, and what Dom said, someone was like, I immediately thought the thrift shop owner's husband was a former snowman. Headcanon for me.
Yes.
Yes, it makes this movie makes way
total
more
sense.
sense. This
Yes.
movie makes way more sense if like half the people in it used to be snowmen.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, because they all are very aware of the snowman.
And that's why there's no crime.
That's why there's no crime.
They're all snow.
Craig
people.
Robinson's character moved there, so he's not aware of how often people are just snowmen. Like this is just a thing that happens.
Yeah.
I don't know why no one filled him in before, but it is what it is. Now he knows.
What if,
Snowmen-
like, every year we get a Hot Frosty sequel, but it's with another person from
It's just the same-
Mean Girls? It's like it's like the four girls behind you. For the first four movies, it's one of
I
them.
thought you were gonna say it's just another year of Hope Springs and it's just a new snowman every year.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like new snowman, and then
It's
you
like
get
the same movie, but with like
the
Same
Hot
movie.
Frosty cinematic universe. We've already figured this out. If they don't follow this, what we're saying right now, this is a problem.
Yeah. I don't know.
Please, people,
I kn-
make your snowmen hotter. Make your
Yeah,
snowmen
for real.
hotter.
make the town
So
hornier.
man doesn't have to complain the whole time.
I never have to think about this movie after tonight, and I'm better for it.
You say that now, but come February when they do like the ice sculptures around town, we're gonna find one. You're gonna say like, man, I wish I could put a scarf on this thing. And
Oh
Bring
no,
it to life.
there's one scene in the movie with whatever outfit he has on. I looked at Jen and I was like, should I be this guy for Halloween next year? And nobody will know who the fuck I am.
Have be an amazing costume. No, people will like,
Because
you gotta not drink water for like 6 weeks and fucking.
one of the
you
scenes,
the-
Lacey Chabert, like the outfit she had on Jen was like, "Oh, I have that sweat, like that jacket," and I was like, "We could be this for Halloween, and no one know who the fuck we are."
God, knowing the people, someone's gonna recognize. Like, are you guys that? And I want to believe
Jack
that-
Salem,
Snowman?
somebody would know. Yeah, are you Jack
Are you
Snowman?
Jack Snowman?
Yes. Oh my God, I need to. Whoa.
Mike, you could be.
I
Will you wrap this scarf around your dong and run around the
You could be Sheriff Nathaniel Hunter. Todd, you could shave into a mustache, and you could be fucking. I forgot. One of the best things about the whole movie is that his name is Shatz. Every time he yelled Shatz, I laughed. That's how bad this movie was. I had to laugh at Shatz.
I mean, Shats is objectively funny.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I get it.
objectively funny. So I had to laugh.
This boy.
Hey,
What
how does
a-
a bowl of soup sound? Do you remember
Is that a quote from the
She's-
movie? I don't fucking
Yes. Do you remember when Joe, whatever his name is, she's like trying to convince him? She's like, "How about a nice bowl of soup?" Just taking his movie of the year. Great pick, Brendan. On point.
Final thoughts, closing thoughts, anything we didn't talk about? I'm struggling to talk about this movie. I don't know what to talk
This
about.
is a
This movie.
solid 5 out of 10.
I gave it a solid 5, 6 out of 10.
It wasn't an abysmal movie, but I still stand by. I think it is potentially the worst movie we've picked for Movie Club.
I just need to know who it was made for. If it was like Google says, like, was it intended on being that bad? Like,
I think it was made for like the Hallmark art, like that, like the because
But
like
it's slightly making fun of them. So like, is it made for them?
yeah, but it's
Like,
not,
I think
though.
it's
Like,
made
Really
for
is making
me,
fun of them,
and
or
I
is it
It
didn't
plays
like
it pretty.
having
It plays
fun
it
with
pretty
the
safe, I
context?
think. I think it plays it pretty safe, where like it doesn't make fun of them enough that people would even be aware that.
Because like
I feel like
it's
people
also
who watch Hallmark movies wouldn't understand if they were being made fun of, anyways.
I don't know about that.
Todd, why are you trying to rile these people up?
But I will say, like, as someone who does not have children, I'm curious if it's even a good holiday watch for kids, simply because the conceit of the film is just about it being a hot guy, and there are a lot of like very overtly
No, this
sexually
is
charged
replacing Home Alone
scenes.
for our family every Christmas. Like this has become the new Home Alone now.
I'm not listen. If someone watches stuff like that with their kids, I don't care. I just as like a broad thing.
No, I
is
think
it like
that's weird.
Is it a thing that like
Imagine watching the car scene
audiences
with
are
your
gonna
kids,
sit down
like,
and be like, "I want to
he's
watch Hot
pushing the
Frosty
lady.
this year with my kids."
when he's pushing the old lady with your kids.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
The car scene. I don't know. Maybe kids just laugh at that because it's funny. Because he's like, "Oh, I'm pushing this on."
Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know if I don't think they would get it. I'd just be
Yeah.
concerned that they would imitate it without understanding what's going
Exactly. Yeah.
It's-
oh, let me get behind you and push.
on. Yeah, I don't need that happening.
Movie of the year. Good pick.
Was it though?
More Hot Frosties, less Marvel.
I do.
Todd?
I do.
Yeah.
I did appreciate that. To work around the fact that he didn't want to interact with hot things, he made 2 pizzas and put 1 in the fridge. I did appreciate that.
Ah, that was good.
That was the one time where like the logic was sound.
Cold pizza's damn good.
This
I had a lot of cold pizza in college.
Yeah. Like it's not a thing you do anymore. You can't have cold pizza now. Crazy fucking dialogue. There were so many moments though with her specifically where she's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what am I doing? It's like, yeah, you're trying to bang a snowman. You know this guy's a snowman, and you're like, he's just gonna live in my house now. Like, what the fuck? Are you doing?
Brenden. It's Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
Like, even if she didn't think he was a snowman, which the beginning of the movie, it seems like she doesn't have that thought. You're just letting this fucking random dude live in your house, stay with you.
Please don't steal my stuff.
I'm going to work all day. Don't steal anything. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it did work out for her.
I mean, but did it?
Yeah, she got her roof fixed.
Yeah,
she
she
got her
got some,
stairs
she got
fixed.
some stuff renovated. But like, I don't know. I guess they're happy because they went to Hawaii. I forgot.
They're going to Hawaii.
That was his big dream realized.
They are friends now.
Yeah.
Damn, she really fell for a snowman.
She did.
I wonder if the real meaning of the movie is being like that person who doesn't have the Christmas spirit and everyone else around you does. And then when you finally give in to the Christmas spirit, all your dreams are
You're not going
realized.
to turn this into a Christmas Carol. Because that is the plot of A Christmas Carol. This was not A Christmas Carol.
How many years do we have to wait until we get Muppets Hot Frosty? That's what I want.
I want you to explain how you think that movie would work.
Muppets Hot Frosty? Mike,
Yes.
it's this whole same movie. You swap out all the humans for a Muppet equivalents except for Craig Robinson, who still plays the cop, and maybe Lacey Chabert is also still there.
I got you guys, just in case
So
you were curious.
is the yeah, I'm going to read that article. So is the snowman, is Jack also a Muppet?
I think it would be important for Jack
He's a
to
Muppet that
turn
turns
from
into a
like
human.
from a human into a Muppet.
Okay.
Oh my god. Wait, no, it would have to be the other way around. You don't want Lacey to bang a Muppet. Do you?
Oh wait,
Speak for yourself.
wait! You brought the I didn't realize that you were keeping Lacey in this movie.
I
as
feel
a
like you got to
human.
have at least two. So you got Lacey and you got Craig.
I feel like no, actually, no, I'm going to walk that back. That might not be true. I was thinking more along the lines of like, there are their core Muppets, but there are still humans also floating around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like, so like you could have most of the cast be Muppets.
The
but
Muppets, the Muppets exist in like America.
in a human world, yeah, in like a human world, like there are
Yeah.
people. So like you don't have to replace everybody
Yeah,
with Muppets. Like you can just have
Yeah.
Muppets, but then also humans.
Well, there'll be
So,
people
like,
in the
no-
background and stuff, but like as far as like the main cast of Hot Frosty Muppets, a Muppets Hot Frosty, Muppets Family Frosty. I don't know. There's got to be a fun name there somewhere. You got Muppet Christmas
Really
Carol. You got Muppet Family Christmas. You got Muppets Hot Frosty.
Netflix, please stop stealing. Don't steal our ideas.
Well, that would be a
please,
Disney thing.
please don't make this one.
Listen,
You
I'm
can
begging
steal
you
the
for
other
you to
ones,
make
just
Muppet
don't make
stuff.
this one.
I'm begging for you to make Muppet stuff. All right, are we done? Anything else? No one brought up the Pretty Woman reference. Is that not
I
a big
forgot
joke,
about
big
that.
laugh for you
I
guys?
forgot about that. They played Pretty Woman while he was doing like the whole trying on thing. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Apparently,
I
that
get
laugh thing too, where she closes the box, is also like a scene from the movie.
Yes.
When he with the Julia Roberts laugh.
Yeah. Jen made sure to point it out to me. She was
and
like,
the clothes flying.
"Yeah,
Which is such a messy way to try on clothing. People, come on now. Someone has to clean that up.
yeah." I don't know. I looked up the director. I meant to bring this up, and then we can wrap this up. Because I was like, I'm curious who made this, and like, you know, whatever, what their pedigree or yeah, or why. Their
Yeah.
IMDb summary. Ready? I'm gonna read the first sentence. I'm not even gonna read the whole sentence. One of Canada's most provocative and in-demand directors made this.
Might be true. So I went on Letterboxd because I had to just like mark that I watched this.
He makes Hallmark movies, basically.
I had to mark that I watched this movie, and then I went to look at the reviews. And one of the first reviews was someone who claimed to have. I don't know if they said that they wrote the movie or if they directed it. I don't know. So like, I didn't want to trash the movie too much because like this person clearly was just happy that they got to make a movie. But again, I do wonder why and for who.
This dude basically makes Christmas movies too. If you look through like his movies, it's like
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
I
like
mean,
if that's your bag and you like got to make this movie, yeah, cool.
I want to be clear with my personal final take on this film is that I don't think it was like an offensively bad movie. It just didn't do anything for me. It wasn't as funny as I think it could have been for me given its cast and premise. And I guess that's all I was looking for was just a couple of good yucks, and I feel like it just didn't fill up my yuck meter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, if people enjoy
truly,
it, great. Enjoy yourself, Todd.
I truly believe that 3 of the 4 of us were just so outside of the circle for who this film was for that we just weren't going to vibe with it. Todd found his thing, which I'm glad. I feel like Todd's been upset with films for a while now. I feel like, I don't know, the film industry has failed him.
Listen,
There's a few like good things that pop out here and there. Like every once in a while, it's like, oh yeah, Long Legs was great. Blah blah blah. But I
everyone's
think
talking
for a lot-
about Nosferatu this month. Todd's saying Hot Frosty though.
Frosty.
Yeah. So like this is good. Like it can do that much. And isn't that the real meaning of Christmas?
You're
I
not going
don't-
to turn this into a Christmas Carol, Mike.
I'm not trying to
No.
turn it into Christmas Carol. I'm just saying that Todd found the real meaning of Christmas here with this movie. I think. I don't know. I'm so tired.
I am too.
Random question, and I don't
Okay.
need us to dive down this thing. I
So
had
we
this
know this is
argument
an
with
extra 15 minutes on the podcast. Go
No,
ahead.
I had this argument with Amanda. And if you guys haven't seen Uncle Buck, then is Uncle Buck considered a Christmas movie to you guys?
I think it probably isn't because
It's
the
not the
main two
theme of
actors
yeah,
are in another movie that is more Christmas.
right.
Yeah, that's fair.
I put it
Yeah.
on at Christmas Eve and everyone got mad at me
Why?
I don't-
I mean, it's a good movie.
because they're like, "Oh, put on a Christmas movie." I'm like, it takes place during Christmas."
Did you put Hot Frosty on?
This was before I watched it. If I knew that, I would have put it on.
Oh my god. Any other closing thoughts on this before we wrap things up?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, that was our episode on Hot Frosty, I guess. Before we wrap things up, we of course will still close out with a at this point, I was gonna say a ceremonial final question, but it's actually not because it is who's gonna be second place because
Like you can have it.
Unless I sweep, and then
unless Dom sweeps,
Yeah,
then we got to
let's
go
go.
bonus rounds.
Dom-
No.
No, let Dom.
No, we have to play till fucking someone gets
Play
second
we
place.
lose.
Which
Play we
we
lose.
get another hour.
Let me pull up the scoreboard. Where did the scoreboard go? Okay.
I hate that I still have this text message open, so like I see Todd's last two pictures.
just the teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops! I didn't actually add this to the actual scoreboard. Good thing I didn't throw this piece of paper away for a week.
This movie just told me that women only care about being ripped and not actual looks.
It being snowmen.
And being handy around the house. I feel like that's important. Handy around the
Yes,
house
yeah,
and like
Yes.
being able to organize a flash
If
mob.
anything,
maybe?
this is actually a stereotypical male perspective. It's maybe this movie's not as good as I thought it was.
Oh no! Don't change your mind now.
It's too late. The ether is out there.
Locked
You
in.
are a
Locked
big
in.
Hot Frosty fan. You're so hot
Saved my
Frosty
marriage.
pilled.
It saved my marriage. I mean,
You know what we should have done? We still have time. Let's do a double feature. Let's go watch a movie and we'll come back and record another hour. We need to decide which is the best 2024 holiday movie. Is it this or Red One?
I watched Red One. I liked Red One more.
Okay, there it is. Mike's official take.
Red One's
Better.
entertaining. Definitely entertaining.
Wait, you saw it too?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Todd, do you like Red One more than Hot Frosty?
Yeah.
Oh, but I thought you were a big Hot Frosty guy.
I mean, listen, the movie was fucking. It was funny because we were drinking and fucking. You know,
Oh, here now the truth comes out. Listen, I was fucking hammered. I
It
had
saved his
7
marriage.
edibles.
Relax. Saved his marriage.
I was like 3 edibles deep, 2 beers. You know, it was perfect movie for that.
Todd's gonna go into the bedroom tonight with a little mini red scarf around his fucking snow dong.
I need to find a scarf now.
What if Amanda got you a red scarf for Christmas?
That'd be amazing.
If you'd watched,
I'm so mad that I didn't have a scarf tucked underneath my shirt to pull out at one point during this episode.
That would have been a solid bit. That would have been a fucking. I don't think we have top bits on this thing, but if we did, that
That
would
would've been one of
easily
them.
be number one.
It would have been incredible. It's the number one highlight reel.
Yeah, when we do our highlight reel for 2024, it would just be that one clip.
Todd, you still got it next week. Just do it. Just fucking find a reason to. No, don't do it next week. Some random time, a few weeks from now, a month from now, somehow stumble into the movie, and then just.
It's
Oh,
gonna be
I'm
a
so
tough
hot in
ask
here. It's
because
itchy in here.
I'm not gonna remember.
Sweating. I'm gonna start eating ice chips and just pull out a scarf. You know how you
That
hate
actually
chewing in
would
the
be
mic. I'm just gonna chew into the mic with like fucking ice chips.
Oh man. Anyways, okay.
All right, carry on.
Before we get into the game, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 452, the last calendar year episode of 2024. Like I said at the top, we'll dive back into some regular and end of year stuff next week on the next episode. But we appreciate you for hanging around for another full year of the podcast. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, you want to support the show, tons of ways to do that. Easiest way, leave us a quick 5-star review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Follow us on social media. You can find us on Blue Sky, Twitter, wherever, Instagram, @PassController. Yeah, I don't know. Support us. It's been a great year. Let's make it an even better 2025. The scoreboard for the year. Dom has the highest lead, I think, ever in the history of the scoreboard, sitting at 100 points. Mike and Todd tied in second with 52 points. I'm pretty sure last year's guest leaderboard also ended in a tie, and then we never rectified it. This year's guest leaderboard is also in a tie, and we're probably not going to rectify it. So there's that. Because it's a movie episode, we are going to do what we always do, which is play the movie game. The way this works, if you haven't listened before, or you never caught this game before, I'm going to read a bunch of different facts and things about a movie. Whoever gets the movie first gets the point. We do 3, and we'll see who knocks themselves out of second place and the other into third. Movie number 1. This 2011 rated R film clocks in at 1 hour and 44 minutes.
I wasn't old enough to watch a rated R film back then. Todd, you've got this one.
2011.
2011. Let's see what our friends over on Rot Tom have to say.
2011.
2011.
This is the end.
Incorrect. With a tomato
What
meter.
did you say? You say this is the end?
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I just watched that the other
That's
night
what I
again.
said.
With a tomato meter of 70 and a popcorn meter of 62.
Oh, Pineapple Express.
Incorrect.
It's not 2011.
I am trying to ballpark.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes says you might also enjoy Pirate Radio, Idiocracy.
Time Machine.
Incorrect. The World's End, Your Highness, and The Watch.
Year 1?
Incorrect.
It's Craig Robinson, isn't it?
I can't remember. But the rest of those movies fit that.
Yeah.
Zach and Mary make a porno.
Incorrect.
Ooh, good call.
That's
Releasing in March of 2011 in theaters with a budget of $40 million dues, this film took in just shy of $100 million worldwide with 97 mil.
That's doing okay.
For 40 million, and I don't know.
I mean, it's a little bit more than double. So,
It's rated R.
Was he in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
He
I
was.
don't know. Guess it.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Incorrect. You may also recognize.
I love how we're assuming it's Craig Robinson,
I know.
even though it's probably has nothing to do with it.
I mean, you guys went down that path. I still haven't locked anything in, but carry on.
I'm kind
Let's
of
skip
over
that
that
one,
path.
actually. I'm trying to see. I think.
How about Superbad?
Incorrect. I
That was
think
2008.
you might recognize
Yeah, well.
nobody from the MCU and nobody from the DC. Actually, I can't really put a stamp on the DC. Ignore
Yeah,
that one.
you don't know what's going on there.
Let's see. You might recognize at least 2 actors from Arrested Development in this thing.
Oh, interesting. Rated R.
My mind just went to Ninja Turtles because of Job, but that movie definitely made more than 100 million.
You
There's no way it didn't make.
might
It also wasn't rated R.
recognize- You
2011?
might also
Oh,
recognize
yeah, rated R, okay.
at least one actor from not SNL, the other one.
Matt TV?
Matt TV.
TV.
Yeah, I couldn't think of Matt TV's name for a second.
I just did Kids in the Hall.
But you might also recognize at least one actor from SNL as well.
Sausage Party?
Incorrect.
Ooh, good guess.
That was later.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
doesn't
What do we
matter.
got here? Now, this is according to
I know.
IMDb. Let me see if... Actually, let me pull up the actual movie poster and see if it lists actors differently. Let's look at the actual movie poster for this.
That was later.
Huh. Okay. Yes. All right. So let's see. You might recognize the third build actor from such things as 4 movies that were already named in this round.
Okay.
The third build actor?
Yeah. You might recognize from such things as This Is the
3
End,
movies.
or Superbad, or Sausage Party, or Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rated R.
And most recently, if you haven't figured it out yet, you might know them from,
Is it Hot Rod?
incorrect, from Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
No. Because. Oh, yeah, he wasn't that.
or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. There are some other things in between as well, but
What's the name of that movie? I feel like
Third.
let's get silly.
Hangover Part 3? Is that tight?
Incorrect.
No, it's not too
And we're going to just jump to the top billed actor, who you might know from things such as Stuff That's Too Revealing and Star Trek 2009.
Oh. What is the name of this?
Let's see. He's nominated for 3 Saturn Awards.
Is it Paul?
It is indeed
Yes,
Paul.
that's what it is. That's the fucking movie. God damn it. I knew
Mike
it. Oh, God
takes
damn
the
it.
first step out of second place with a correct answer on Paul.
Don't worry, I'll fall out of it. Give me a minute.
Let's move
got
into movie number 2. This 2008 rated R film clocks in at 1 hour and 39 minutes.
Ooh, that's tight.
An hour and what?
39.
Is it Superbad?
Incorrect. Rotten Tomatoes gives this
I feel like it's
film
going to be one of the movies we
a
said.
77. It is none of the movies you mentioned last round.
Perfect.
A 77% and 74%. Rotten
2008, you said, right?
2008. Rotten Tomatoes says you might also enjoy Get 'Em to the Greek, The Change Up, The 10.
Getting Sarah Muscle?
Incorrect. American Wedding, and Wanderlust.
Get Him to the Greek was the same director, I think, as Forgetting Sarah Russell.
It was. It was a sequel to. Or a
Which is so weird. I know. And now it's like you got to throw that movie away at this point. It's like all Diddy.
This film had a budget of $28 million, released in theaters in November of 2008, and took home worldwide just shy of $93 million.
Okay. It's not bad. 2000.
Let's throw a curveball here. Let's go with director this time.
Sex Drive?
Incorrect. You may know this director from such things as the TV series. This is what IMDb is pulling for the top 4 for this director. You may know from directing such things as the TV series Children's Hospital.
Role models.
It is
The
indeed
Good.
Role Models.
Oh, damn it.
And just like that, the second place tie is back in effect.
He's got. I know he went with Joe on that one
So
because Joe is so funny. in
this
fucking-
final movie is, I think, like devil horns. So if
I thought you were gonna say layup.
if this goes too much, we're gonna dump it and
Nope.
go a different way. But
It has to. This has to be the ending one.
okay,
Mike,
Don't
it's
worry,
on
Dom's
you.
going to
Movie
pick it up
number 3.
in a second.
movie number 3. This
It's
2009.
none of the movies we've already said, right?
Correct. This
Okay.
This 2009 rated R film clocks in at 1 hour and 32 minutes.
What year again? 2009.
2009.
Okay.
Let me pull up this. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes, what do we got? It has a 62% tomato meter and a 38% popcorn meter.
Oof. Damn. This must really be devil horns then.
Rotten Tomatoes says you might also like The Extra Man, The Heartbreak Kid, I Love You Man, Horrible Bosses, or
Horrible Bosses too.
The Goods. Live hard, sell hard.
All pass.
Incorrect.
I don't know what year that was.
If someone gets this one, I'm going to be impressed because I do think this is a Devil Horns. Like, you need to, like...
Mark,
be locked
yeah,
in.
let's go. Let's get.
I mean, it's suggested for movies that we enjoy. So
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like
I feel like we can get
I feel
it.
like the bare minimum, we probably mostly know this film. I can't guarantee we've all seen it, but I feel like we probably are at least aware of it.
Well,
My
Mike,
guess.
with a budget of $8 million, this movie took in just shy of $11 million worldwide.
Yeah.
What was
I'm
the
not
year
saying
again? I'm
it's
sorry,
good.
2008.
2008, rated R. Which road do we want to go down first? Actor or director?
Let's go with the director first. I think that'll be fun.
Okay. As an upfront, I'll say you will recognize actors from both the DCEU and the MCU in this movie.
It means nothing to me every time you say that.
Let's see. You may know the director of this film from such things as being they're listed on here as the producer for these four things, as being the producer for, I mean, you're going to know who it is right away if I say it, so.
Oh, is it fucking, oh, damn it. Shit. Is it Tim and Eric's $1 million movie?
billion dollar.
Billion
Great job.
Incorrect. But we're going to actually not do director because you're going to know who the director is immediately when I say any of those things.
Okay.
Is it the Reno 911 movie?
Incorrect. Okay, I'll just, you know what, I'll get, because I still don't think you're
Like,
going to actually be able
what
to
was
get
the
this movie.
name of the other one?
The other Reno
Something
movie?
Miami.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
Wanderlust?
No.
I think
You
one of
may
those-
know this director from such things as King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead, Office Space,
Oh.
and Beavis and
Is it-
Butthead Do America.
Idiocracy.
Incorrect.
No, I know it. It's got. I don't want to say this. I don't think you guys would know. Is Ben Affleck in the movie?
Do you want me
Yes.
to? Does the
No, you
panel
don't
want me
think
to
so.
answer
No,
that question?
That's fine. He's in the movie. So.
Ben Affleck, according to IMDb, is the third billed actor in this
Oh
movie.
no, I don't know the name. I
Oh,
know
is that the
name,
one
but
where
I
he's
don't-
Superman?
No. Okay, I'm not gonna help you anymore. Never mind. Yes, that's the one.
Hollywoodland?
No, that's not.
Incorrect.
It's not what you think it is.
Oh.
I think
That's
that's
the one
what
where
I was
Superman.
talking.
Let's see.
Yes,
you may
yeah.
know the second billed actress from such things as The Skeleton Twins, Zoolander 2, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and Bridesmaids.
And you might know the other actress from Forgetting Sarah Marshall. What else?
I mean, that's not who the top billed person is, but you can say
No, I know.
you can give them more clues if you want.
Man, I know the fucking trailer, and in the trailer, I'm not gonna say this because it's the whole premise of the movie, but it's something I like. But
Mike Judge film.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I should know other Mike Judge films.
You may know the top billed
What is
actor
the
from
one?
such things as Zootopia, Bad Words, Juno,
Arrested Development.
and Arrested Development.
I'm never gonna think of this though.
I did say it was Devil Horns.
But I mean, I've known everything you said so far. Like, I know exactly what you're. I can remember the fucking trailer. Like, and I never saw the movie either.
So this,
Mr. Todd.
written by and directed by Mike Judge, 2009 rated R comedy starring Jason Bateman, Kristen Wiig, Ben Affleck. Who am I?
It's about pot. The movie.
The tagline on the movie poster is, I guess that maybe there's two. Sticking it to the man has never looked so good. And a comedy with a flavor of its own.
I want to say like the name of the movie is not something that like we'd be like, oh yeah, it's that one. It's like
Just give Todd the points.
That's not how this works. He didn't get it.
I just remember in the trailer they're all getting high. like at like a corporate office kind of place.
You may also recognize Mila Kunis in this movie, or J.K. Simmons,
Yeah, I
or
know, because Todd already told us.
Dustin Milligan, who is Hot Frosty, or David Koechner.
Oh, really? Weird.
Or T.J. Miller. Gene
Yeah, I
Simmons
don't think I'm
apparently
gonna
is in
go
this
for
movie.
this. I don't think I'm gonna get this one.
Hal Sparks is in this movie as guitar salesman number 1.
Hal Sparks, the guy who like meets Spider-Man in an elevator.
It is a one-word name. Listen, you know what? I'll
Okay, I get it. It's called Brenden.
incorrect. I'm gonna add another stump. I'll take a stump on my.
This isn't about stumps, but
It's not about stump, but this is my third stump of the year. We're gonna add a stump for a movie called Extract.
Bresen, I was getting there.
oh,
I
I
do
do remember
remember
that title actually.
Yeah,
I do remember that title. I never knew. What
I
it was.
remember that fucking what's his name, Joe, from the Bluths had a black eye in the fucking trailer.
He has a
And
black
they're
eye
all
on the
getting
cover
high
of the movie.
and fucking, yeah, and they're all getting high in the like a production plant. Like, goddamn.
All right,
Extract.
well,
I
we
would-
have to
I
do
would
one
never
more
go
because
Extract.
we are still stuck at a deadlock. So we're gonna do.
Yeah,
You could have given Todd the points.
He
No,
didn't
it's just
get
like-
it. That's not how it works, Mike. That's
Me
not
and
how it
Mike
works.
and me and Mike will tie it out.
Then I'd have to scroll back through every episode this year because there have been other times where someone clearly knew the thing and didn't know the name. And we
Yeah, I
didn't
feel
give
like
them
it's always
points.
me too. We fucking got it tied for second place. Dom's got first. There we go.
Can't end in a tie.
This is some
Let me
real
see,
can't
let me
end
see,
on
let me
a
see.
loss energy.
Oh man, that sucks because I knew what you were talking about, but I had no fucking clue.
Yeah, listen, it was Devil Horns. You made it far.
I was
farther
close.
than I
Yeah,
expected anyone
yeah.
to. How can we? What's
Cow
a
now,
good?
brown cow.
What's a good? All right, we're gonna switch it up completely.
Without you.
This 2012 PG film clocks in at an hour and 41 minutes. Movie number 4, final movie. Ends in a tie. We keep it in a
2012,
tie.
2012 PG what?
PG
That's
movie.
it.
Oh.
It's currently sitting on Rotten Tomatoes with an 87% tomato meter and an 86% popcorn meter. Let's see what we got here. Box office says with a budget of $165 million opening in November of 2012, this movie took in a worldwide gross of $471 million dues.
Okay. Well done. Well done.
Let's see. What do we got here? You may know this director and writer. Well, I'll just go with director. You may know this director, according to IMDb, from directing this film or directing 23 episodes of Futurama or directing Zootopia. And then another thing I can't say.
Zootopia is a hidden gem, by the way. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
Okay, it was fine.
Love that the what's it called? It's ran the DMV, the sloths.
You may
What
know
was the year movie again? 20 what?
2012. You may know the second billed actor from such things as Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, this movie.
That leaves it so open though because I feel like
Second build?
Second billed actor, and 30 Rock.
Yeah. 30 Rock.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess it anyways. Is it Wreck-It Ralph?
Bingo! It is Wreck-It Ralph.
There it is.
I don't know why he's second build.
Yeah,
Oh,
again,
yeah,
IMDb
sweet.
sometimes does it weird.
Who was the second build actor?
Did they put Sarah
C. Reilly?
Silverman as
No, it says John C. Reilly, Jack McBrayer, Jane Lynch.
What was the?
And,
Oh,
to,
30
and to be
Rock.
fair, on the movie poster, it is
I
the three
suppose
of
Jack
them and
McBrayer
Sarah
is in
Silverman.
all those things.
Well, no, because I thought you were saying John C. Reilly was in 30 Rock, and I was like confused. But it's Jack McBrayer. You said.
Yeah.
I only listened to the first two. Yeah, and then
Okay.
yeah.
All right, that's it. Dom takes first for
I'm
the
not
year.
gonna keep
Good job.
doing this down the line. It's gonna be Dom is the king, and the two of you are gonna shake hands in second place, unless you want a real tiebreaker. I can make a definitive tiebreaker that only you two can answer right now.
Mike can decide. Doesn't matter to me.
You don't want to be stuck in second.
I don't care. I don't care. Second is barely better than third behind by 1 point. Like it makes, as far as I'm concerned, Todd already took second when he clearly knew what Extract was, even though he didn't know the title. So like you can do another one.
We're gonna do one more, and the way we're doing this is Dom, give me a year.
1835.
H.G. Wells' The Time Machine.
20.
24.
2015.
Okay.
This film
How can I live without you?
"2015 is a crazy year for movies. What the fuck?
good or bad?
It used to be a country.
I just feel crazy, and like I feel like I'm looking at this list of movies, and I'm like, I don't know any of these fucking movies. Okay. We're gonna go with this 2015. That'd be a good one, but that's another Devil Horns one. I don't want to go on forever. Fuck, that would be a good one though. I'll pocket that for another year, another day.
Do it.
No,
Let's do it.
no.
And then we'll end up.
No one's gonna get it. I guarantee neither of you even know the name of the movie. It's gonna be Extract all over again. We're gonna go for another 10 minutes.
It's not though, because I already know it. I already know what movie you're thinking of.
For another 50 points, just give it to Todd. If he gets it, he beats Dom.
All right. This 2015 rated R. Nope. This 2015 PG-13 film clocks in at 2 hours and 28 minutes. Dom is not playing this round. But if you know it, Dom, at any point, text it to me, or you can just guess text me.
I wasn't listening.
2015 PG-13 movie, 2 hours and 28 minutes.
Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes has this at I'm surprised actually, a 63% tomato meter and a 61% tomato meter.
Popcorn meter, the second one?
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes says you might also like a bunch of movies I can't say because it would probably help you get this immediately, so we're not going to do that one.
Okay. 2015, you said? Right?
2015. With a budget of $245 million, this film clocks in a little bit over $880 million worldwide gross.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Okay. Can I put this in the right time frame? I don't think I can.
So it's clearly a major blockbuster film.
Yeah.
No, it's a low budget comedy.
You think this is Devil Horns?
No, this is not Devil Horns. This is I want to end the podcast.
No,
okay.
Do the Devil Horns one.
Cards on the Table, I'm almost positive this must be an MCU film. I just cannot remember what.
No, it's not. It's not an MCU film. Go.
2015.
You can do
Guardians of the Galaxy. That might be
Incorrect.
2015.
Come on, do this quicker though. Give more hints quicker because
Do the Devil Horns one.
All right, I'll do Devil Horns after.
All right. 2015. Now I'm going to play. So
no, you can't play it in this one. You can play it in the next.
No one's gonna get the Devil Horns one.
That's the one I want to play on. Though.
Yeah,
so we're doing. You can play Devil Horns. We're gonna finish their
Well,
tiebreaker
get to the next one on this. We're still waiting on.
Bro,
some
it
more
has
information.
it has an Academy Award winner for Best Achievement in Music Written for Motion Picture.
2015.
So
2015.
So this is normally the part where he says
I know what it is.
actors in the MCU, and he didn't. So Mike, you might be right.
Yeah, I'm probably.
Let's take a
right.
peek.
So
I mean,
you
he's,
said
he's
it's
may
surprised by.
Did you say it won
recognize
best song?
Best Song 2015.
Oh,
I think I know what it is.
From 2015. I mean,
Give
it
me a
might,
little bit
might
more
just be
info. Come on, let's
Disney
go.
in general. Let's see.
Well, so to be clear, this film came out in 2015, but I believe that means it would have won a 2016 Oscar for Best Song.
Yeah. Come on, give me more info. Let's go.
Looking at
Speed it
this cast laid out right here, I'm going to say off the top of my head, I don't think you're going to recognize. Oh, no, I lied. At least one actor from the MCU. At least one actor from the MCU.
Now he's trying to cover his
for
tracks.
the movie that Mike said.
I already forgot.
Mike
what
said
it was.
Guardians of the Galaxy. So at least one Guardians of the Galaxy actor is in this movie. You may also recognize, according to this film, and this might be the quick giveaway if you're paying attention, you may recognize the third build actress from a pretty well-known video game.
Okay.
A video game that's getting a sequel in the next year or two, I think.
Oh, it's fucking, what's it called? 007 Spectre.
It is indeed Spectre. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't trying to give Mike a gimme. I was just trying to get like a mainstream movie from that year that Dom picked. I'm surprised you didn't throw Bond out there, Mike.
Is it called Bond though?
It's just called Spectre. It's called Spectre.
Yeah, I don't know Bond movies by year. I wasn't gonna think of that.
The second you said, what's her name?
Leah Seydoux.
Yeah, it's
That's the actress. Is she like the Bond girl in that movie? Is that what she is?
She's like his main love interest in like the
This is me not knowing anything about Bond movies.
You gotta watch
the
those,
Bond
so
girl,
good.
quote unquote, is like the love interest of that film. Correct? That's what the Bond girl is.
Usually it's only one per film, but she was like a reoccurring one for like three films.
She came back.
Okay.
Yeah, she came back.
I think it was Spectre.
Spectre. No
Actually, she
Time
was
to
in
Die.
4.
No, I don't think she
Skyfall?
was.
Was she in Skyfall?
I don't think
I
so.
don't even know.
I think she was in Spectre, No Time to Die. If I'm forgetting a film.
Yeah, we're forgetting the one with the guy from Inglourious Bastards.
I have to go
Can't remember that.
retread my tracks and try to find this movie because I don't even remember what the name of it was. Okay, all right, I have it. Here you go. Don wants Devil Horns. If this leads to Mike pulling this answer out and tying it again, we are ending on a tie. Okay. This 2015 PG-13 hour-and-a-half film.
Hoobie Halloween.
Survey says no.
This is still 2015. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
yes,
Yeah.
2015. PG-13.
Okay.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Tomato meter 34. Popcorn meter 35.
Oh God, here we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes says you might also like Central Intelligence,
Okay.
Hot Pursuit,
Got it.
Ride Along 2, Next Level Miami,
Oh, In Time.
Ride Along 1, no, and So Undercover.
What?
Okay, there's clearly a theme here, so I like that.
Is it Chips?
Incorrect.
Ooh,
Is it...
Daddy Daycare.
Honestly, if one of you can pull the name of this movie out, like you're gonna get like 10 points.
I
No,
like.
not
I,
gonna
what
change
if I
anything.
get like?
I
What
don't
if it
think I'm
ties
gonna
me for
pull the
first?
name out, and I don't even think this is the right movie. But I feel like there was a movie. And listen, if I'm correct, or if like I start ringing a bell for either of you guys, just guess the name of the movie because I don't know what the name of the movie is. There's a movie that I feel it follows the same kind of premise of those films that had Bruce Willis in it, and I don't know what the name
What year is
Oh,
this? What year is this?
Yeah.
Todd, how many times are you gonna ask what year it is?
What year?
2015. 2015.
It is... What was the name
16
of that?
blocks.
Bruce Willis?
16 blocks.
Incorrect. I'm
Wow.
also confused because IMDb listed as a 2015 film. Box Office Mojo and Rotten Tomatoes listed it as a 2016 film. So I don't actually know what's going on now. So I'm going to go off of what has more, and it's 2016. So
Can I ask you a question?
no.
Is the director the same director who played the Bear Jew in Glorious Bastards?
BJ Novak?
No, he didn't play the Bear Jew. It's the director of Thanksgiving and everything else, but I can't remember his name.
Oh,
No.
fucking
No.
yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know, but it's not that
Eli-
person. It doesn't list the budget here, but this movie had a worldwide
Roth.
gross of just shy of 30 million. It's genred, according to Box Office Mojo, as a biography comedy crime.
Oh, is it oh, what was the name of that?
Biography.
Oh, I can't remember the name.
Wait, what year was this?
Is it the movie with The Rock and Mark Wahlberg?
Incorrect.
Oh, Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain?
Yeah.
I think that's earlier than 2015. I think that was like 2008.
That's actually a good guess. Though,
You
given
may
that.
recognize the director that Todd wanted to guess so bad from such things as directing Napoleon Dynamite or Gentlemen Broncos or Nacho Libre,
Nacho Libre.
or
Oh, fuck.
95 Senses.
2015. Napoleon Dynamite was like 2003 or 4, maybe.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5. I think it might have been.
And Nacho Libre was like 2008. I want to say.
This is how
So
much
this
I
is-
don't think anyone's pulling this one out. I'm going to start at the bottom of top cast and just keep reading up until someone guesses the right answer
it.
if they have it. Candace Blanchard, Christian Gonzalez, Michael Fraguada, Niels Cruz, Najima Williams, Tom Worm, Daniel Zacapa, Ken Marino, John Daly, Leslie Jones, Kate McKinnon, Jason
Yeah.
Sudeikis,
Hey, I know
Mary
you.
Elizabeth Ellis,
Hey.
Devin Rattray, Ross Kimball. Top 3.
Oh, Hall Pass.
Incorrect.
I was
Kristen
right.
Wiig, Owen
Jason
Wilson,
Sudeikis is in Hall Pass. Right?
Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis. Oh, it's
Okay.
G-Force.
Incorrect.
Okay.
I would
all
have
right.
loved if it was G-Force.
I don't even know what G-Force is.
It's
the one
a
with the
movie
hamster.
where
I'm gonna
he
give
was a
you-
hamster.
I'm going to give you the summary of the film according to IMDb. A
Something
guard
to do
at
with
an
cops.
Huh?
Something to do with cops, obviously.
A guard
hear
at
it.
an armored car company in the southern U.S. organizes
Oh my
one
God,
of
I
the
think I-
biggest bank heists in American history based on the October 1997 Loomis Fargo robbery. Who am I?
I actually think I might know this, but I don't think I know the name.
After we're done with this, I'm going to look it up because I'm sure I probably remember. Because I
Yeah,
think
it's probably a
2015
thing that we've seen in passing. I don't know if any of us have seen the movie.
2015, like I would have, like Galifianakis would have still been hot. I don't know.
Yeah,
If it
Yeah,
would,
and it's
oh, I
Owen
mean, like,
Wilson,
look
it's
at
Kristen
everyone,
Wiig.
yeah.
It's a huge cast.
yeah, I would have been like, oh, interesting. I'm surprised I didn't watch it. Must have had bad marketing. I blame Todd.
I feel like I remember this trailer too.
I don't really know what else to give you, to be honest.
No,
yeah.
I mean,
The name of the movie.
Yeah. Okay. So another.
Wait,
Damn,
I got
two
it.
stumps
I
in
got
one
it.
night.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got it.
do it.
It's called.
It's a one-word film. Another one-word fucking score buster.
Oh, Megamind.
I mean, you are close. If someone wants to guess around that with one more guess, you can have a point.
No,
I remember this trailer actually from what
I
you're
don't-
talking about.
I don't even like trying.
One of the words that Todd said is in the title.
It's either Mega or it's Mind. I feel like
Is
Mega
it Mastermind?
It is
Mastermind
indeed
sounds better.
Masterminds. Dom will get an extra point for no reason.
That's right.
There you go.
Take
I
a
remember the
stump
trailer for
and
that
run.
movie. I remember I wanted to see that movie. It was like a serious movie, but like not.
I said it was Devil Horns. I didn't think. I saw it and I was like, I kind of remember the cover. I was like, definitely never watched this movie. There's a chance that maybe one of them have seen this movie, but I don't know if anyone's pulling this name out of their fucking ass right now. Anyways, that'll do it. Have a safe, happy new year. We will see you in 2025.